Hey everybody, Sean at Mystic Valley Woodworks. What I'm working on today is a 1/2 inch black iron towel rack for my master bathroom. Okay, so what I have here is I have a mounting plate. Okay, I have a 3.5 inch nipple, 1/2 inch in diameter, 1/2 inch elbow. I have another one to match it. Okay, so you have two, so they're going to sit like this, across from each other. And what I have here is a 30 inch pipe, 1/2 inch. It's going to sit in between, just like this, okay, on both ends. Alright? And I'm going to mount it all on this piece of reclaimed poplar that I have. I'm going to cut it down. That's 30 inches. I'll probably cut this down to like maybe 34, 36. I'll sand it, get it good and smooth. I'll put a coat of poly on it because it's going to be inside the bathroom. You know, steam from showers and what have you. You don't want that to happen. So that's what I'm working on today at Mystic Valley Woodworks. And I will see y'all again when it's completed. Okie doke. Okay, it's going to take a couple of coats of black paint. After you wipe everything down with some acetone or some paint thinner, you're going to want to paint it black because these black iron pipes, they come with a coating on them that will prevent your paint from sticking. So you're going to want to wipe all of that off nice and clean. Sometimes you might have to hit it with some sandpaper to help knock off some of that goopy stuff or whatever it is that they put on there. It's a black coating, and it's basically just to prevent the pipe from rusting. Okay, so you just want to make sure. Okay, so what I have here is the poplar board, sanded smooth. I think I just went over it with some 180 grit just to knock it down, get it smooth. Right here is some water-based polyacrylic. This is usually my go-to finish. Right here, either satin or a matte. This one right here is a matte. And I'm just going to take and grab my brush just going to grab my brush right here, and I'm just going to do a real quick single coat on this right here. That's all I really want. I'm not worried about it being perfect. I just want some sort of protection. Normally I would have my protection on, my breathing protection right here. But this water base really isn't that bad. Doesn't really put out a whole lot of fumes. I like it myself. It's my personal go-to. It's easy cleanup. Does a really good job. Nice finish most of the time. Usually, like if I do a tabletop, I'll do 3 coats, sometimes 4. And I'll usually sand in between with 220 grit. And then I'll wipe it down with water, cheesecloth and water, and get all the dust off of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a real quick on here just to protect it. Even though it's old and dry, this came out of a guy's yard barn here in Kingsport. It's probably about, I don't know, the house was built in the 60s. So the yard barn was built in the 60s, I guess. So it's fairly old. And here's my little girl Maggie. She's been doing my videoing earlier today, on most of my videos for me today. She's been helping me out. But like I said, I'm just going to do a real quick light coat. And I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to let it dry for, really it only takes about an hour for it to dry. But I'll probably let it dry a little bit longer than that, because I'm still waiting on my paint to dry on my piece of pipe that I'm using for my towel bar, my base plate, and all that kind of stuff. So we're just going to do a real quick coat, single coat, just to protect it from the steam from the showers and stuff like that. Normally I wouldn't coat it at all for my personal use, but since I am going to do it this time, just for the heck of it. And we're getting close to the finish, so my little girl's going to stop the video for me, but we're getting pretty close to finishing, and I'll show you the finished project here soon. We'll see you next time. Mystic Valley Woodworks. Alright, so bar's painted, solid, it's black. The polyurethane's dried on my base. So the screws that I have for this are little 3/4 inch Phillips head screws that are going to fit inside here. But what I want to do, I don't want to take a chance on this splitting when I'm running my screws, so I'm going to take a self-centering bit like this one here, and I'm just going to make a quick little pre-drill just like that, and that'll help prevent any splitting of the wood. It's not going to be perfectly straight or perfectly in line, because you got a little bit of an angle because of the elbow on there. That's okay though. You're just making a pre-drill, no big deal. If you had a longer drill bit, maybe you could do it without it being on the side offset, but that's okay. So then you can just go ahead and take your piece off. It turned out pretty nice, didn't it? Nice, black, dry. Looks good. So then we're just going to we're going to brush off the sawdust. And that gives us a place to start whenever the screws dry, which will probably be, I just paint them. So it's probably going to be about 10 minutes, 15 minutes before it's really dry. I'll probably let it actually dry longer than that. And then we're going to attach the screws on here. And then we will attach it to the wall, and you'll see the finished product. Okie dokie. So we're gonna sign off for now, and we'll be back here in just a little bit.
it's finished.
Okay, so as she said, it's finished. We used 1/2 inch for galvanized pipe. Okay, reclaimed cedar. I sanded down with 180 grit. Put 1 coat of polyurethane on top of that, and that is the finished product. I'm gonna go hang it up in my bathroom, and you guys have a wonderful day. This is Sean at Mystic Valley Woodworks.